Hello, friends. A place where each ounce of energy in the body matters, where each milligram of nutrition matters, and the place where a micro-level dietary change can make the ultimate difference. A big blunder has been exposed there. Yes, friends, we are talking about the Paris Olympics and the groundbreaking revelation made by BBC about the severe nutritional problems faced by the participating athletes. The Paris Olympics, which is supposed to be a global celebration of athleticism and excellence, has been overshadowed by a troubling issue: a severe shortage of essential high-protein foods, including eggs and meat. This shortage, resulting from an overzealous push for sustainability and reducing carbon footprints, has led to the rationing of these vital nutrients, raising alarms about its impact on the athlete's performance. Shocking reports have emerged revealing the full extent of this shortage, with athletes struggling to meet their nutritional needs. While sustainability is a noble goal, the decision to prioritize plant-based options over traditional protein sources seems to be part of a broader agenda to downplay the importance of meat and eggs in favor of plant-based alternatives. This shift has raised concerns about the influence of big food and big pharma corporations, even in sports, which stand to benefit financially from promoting plant-based diets. As the situation unfolds, several countries, including the United States and the United Kingdom, have taken some strong steps to support their athletes. However, the strain is evident, and the impact on performance and results is significant. Now, this video will certainly interest our sports-loving carnivore viewers, as today we will cut into the specifics of how this issue was uncovered, revealing how the organizers overlooked the critical importance of protein-rich foods for athletes and the historical context of nutrition at previous Olympic Games. We will also examine the broader implications of this shift towards plant-based foods, telling you the drastic actions taken by various countries to mitigate the impact on their athletes, and the potential agenda driving these cynical decisions. Stay with us. Meanwhile, as we move ahead with the video, become a proud member of our exclusive carnivore community by subscribing to our channel, helping us spread the carnivore message further. Starting off with the big revelation. The issue of food shortages at the Paris Olympics first came to light through reports from athletes and their teams who expressed frustration over the lack of available high-protein foods like eggs and meat. Despite the hush-down efforts, these reports quickly gained traction, leading to broader media coverage and public concern. It was revealed that the organizers had severely underestimated the protein needs of the athletes, leading to the rationing of these essential food items. The decision to prioritize sustainability by sourcing food locally and emphasizing plant-based options was initially seen as a positive step towards reducing the carbon footprint of the event. However, as the Games began, it became clear that this approach was flawed. The local food supply could not meet the massive demand for high-protein foods, and the emphasis on plant-based options did not account for the unique nutritional needs of elite athletes. This revelation has sparked a wave of criticism, with many questioning the organizers' priorities. While reducing the environmental impact of the Olympics is undoubtedly important, doing so at the expense of the athletes' performance and well-being has been widely condemned. The rationing of eggs and meat has been particularly contentious, as these foods are considered essential for maintaining muscle mass, energy levels, and overall health of the athletes. Let's now have a quick look at the severe impact of this whole thing on athlete performance. The rationing of high-protein foods at the Paris Olympics has far-reaching implications for the athletes. Without adequate protein intake, athletes may experience slower recovery times, reduced muscle strength, and diminished overall performance. These effects can be particularly detrimental in a competition where even the slightest edge can make the difference between winning a medal and finishing off the podium. For athletes following strict training regimens, protein is not just part of their diet, rather it is the foundation of their nutritional plan. The lack of sufficient high-quality protein sources can disrupt their carefully calibrated diets, leading to fatigue, increased injury risk, and impaired performance. In the context of the Olympics, where athletes have trained for years to reach their peak, such nutritional deficits can have devastating effects on their results. The impact of this shortage is not just theoretical. Rather, it is already being felt by athletes competing in Paris. Reports have emerged of athletes struggling with fatigue, slower recovery, and even injuries that could have been prevented with adequate nutrition. The rationing of eggs and meat is directly affecting their ability to perform at their best, raising concerns about the fairness and integrity of the competition. Being nutrition experts, we know that for world-class athletes, protein is not just a dietary component. Rather, it is a cornerstone of their nutrition. High-protein foods like eggs and meat are crucial for muscle repair, recovery, and overall performance of the athletes. These foods provide essential amino acids, which are the building blocks of muscle tissue in the body. During intense physical activities, such as those experienced at the Olympics, athletes' muscles endure significant stress and damage. Protein intake helps repair this damage, allowing athletes to recover quickly and maintain their peak performance. Eggs in particular are a powerhouse of nutrition. They contain all the essential amino acids needed by the body in a highly bioavailable form, meaning that the body can efficiently use the nutrients they provide. Similarly, meat offers not only protein, but also critical micronutrients like iron, zinc, and B vitamins, which are vital for energy production, cognitive function, and overall health. For athletes who push their bodies to the limits, these nutrients are indispensable. The demand for such foods is enormous during the Olympics. Athletes require large amounts of protein to fuel their bodies, recover between events, and maintain their performance levels. For example, an athlete weighing 70 kilograms might need up to 140 grams of protein daily, equivalent to about 20 eggs, or a significant portion of meat. The Olympic Village is expected to serve approximately 13 million meals throughout the Games, catering to thousands of athletes and support staff. In this context, the availability of sufficient high-quality protein sources is not just a luxury, rather, it is a necessity. Now, before we tell you about the drastic steps taken by various countries, including USA and UK, let's check out the historical perspective of nutrition at previous Olympic events. The importance of proper nutrition at the Olympics is not a new concept. In previous Olympic Games, organizers have gone to great lengths to ensure that athletes have access to the foods they need to perform at their best. For example, during the 2008 Beijing Olympics, the Chinese government took extraordinary measures to ensure the safety and availability of food for athletes. This included importing meat from trusted suppliers and conducting rigorous testing to prevent contamination. Similarly, at the 2012 London Olympics, organizers provided a wide range of food options to cater to the diverse dietary needs of athletes from around the world. The focus was on ensuring that all athletes had access to high-quality, nutrient-dense foods, including plenty of eggs and meat. The result was a successful event where athletes could focus on their performance without worrying about their nutrition. The contrast with the Paris Olympics is stark. While previous organizers prioritized the nutritional needs of athletes, the emphasis in Paris has been on sustainability and reducing the carbon footprint, leading to the current shortages. This shift in focus has raised questions about the priorities of the organizers and whether they fully understand the unique needs of the athletes. And now, the responses from various countries. In response to the food shortages at the Paris Olympics, several countries have taken proactive steps to support their athletes. The United States and the United Kingdom in particular have mobilized resources to ensure that their athletes receive the nutrition they need to compete at their best. The United States Olympic Committee, USOC, has reportedly arranged for additional shipments of high-protein foods, including eggs and meat, to be delivered to the Olympic Village. These shipments are intended to supplement the limited supplies available on-site, ensuring that American athletes have access to the foods they need to maintain their performance levels. Similarly, the United Kingdom has taken measures to support its athletes, including bringing in their own food supplies. The British Olympic Association, BOA, has coordinated with local suppliers to secure high-quality protein sources for their athletes, including eggs, meat, and dairy products. These efforts are aimed at mitigating the impact of the shortages and ensuring that British athletes can compete on a level playing field. These actions highlight the seriousness of the situation and the lengths to which countries are willing to go to protect the health and performance of their athletes. However, the fact that such measures are necessary also underscores the failure of the organizers to adequately plan for the nutritional needs of the athletes. Now, moving to the most critical section of this video, the agenda behind the shift. The decision to prioritize plant-based options and reduce the availability of traditional protein sources at the Paris Olympics has raised suspicions about a broader agenda at play. Many observers believe that this shift is part of an effort to promote plant-based diets and downplay the importance of meat and eggs in human nutrition. This agenda, they argue, is driven by the interests of big food and big pharma corporations, which stand to benefit financially, from the promotion of plant-based alternatives. Plant-based diets have gained popularity in recent years, fueled by concerns about animal welfare, environmental sustainability, and health. However, there is growing evidence that these diets may not be suitable for everyone, particularly for elite athletes who require high levels of protein and other nutrients to perform at their best. The push for plant-based diets has been supported by a range of corporate interests, including food companies that produce plant-based products and pharmaceutical companies that stand to profit from the health issues associated with nutrient deficiencies. By promoting plant-based diets and reducing the availability of traditional protein sources like meat and eggs, these corporations can increase their market share and profits. The situation at the Paris Olympics is a stark example of how this agenda can play out on a global stage. By prioritizing sustainability and plant-based options, the organizers have inadvertently, or perhaps deliberately, undermined the nutritional needs of the athletes, putting their performance and health at risk. By the way, which is your favorite sports at the Olympics, and how many medals has your country won so far? Do write in the comments. Well, friends, let's now tell you about the flawed rationale behind this crazy decision. While the intention behind prioritizing sustainability and reducing the carbon footprint is commendable, the decision to ration high-protein foods like eggs and meat is ultimately flawed. The assumption that plant-based proteins can adequately replace animal-based proteins for high-performance athletes overlooks the unique nutritional requirements of this group. Plant-based proteins, while beneficial in many diets, do not offer the same bioavailability and complete amino acid profile that animal-based proteins provide. Furthermore, the focus on sustainability at the expense of athlete performance raises questions about the priorities of the organizers. The primary goal of the Olympics should be to create an environment where athletes can perform at their best, showcasing their abilities on the world stage. By limiting access to the very foods that help sustain their magnificent fitness levels, the organizers risk undermining the spirit of the competition. Moreover, this decision reflects a broader trend in which sustainability goals are pursued without fully considering the consequences. While reducing the carbon footprint is a worthy objective, it should not come at the expense of athletes' health and performance. The Paris Olympics' focus on sustainability, while commendable, has led to a situation where the immediate nutritional needs of the athletes have been compromised. The assumption that plant-based proteins can substitute for animal-based proteins in the diets of high-performance athletes is not supported by the scientific evidence. While plant-based proteins can be a valuable part of a balanced diet, they lack the bioavailability and complete amino acid profile that animal-based proteins provide. This is particularly important for athletes who need these nutrients to repair and build muscle, produce energy, and maintain overall health. Looking forward, the future of nutrition at the Olympics. As the Paris Olympics are about to conclude, the issue of food shortages and the rationing of high-protein foods like eggs and meat is likely to remain a point of contention. The situation has highlighted the need for a more balanced approach to sustainability, one that takes into account the unique nutritional needs of athletes while still working to reduce the environmental impact of large-scale events like the Olympics. Moving forward, it will be important for future Olympic organizers to learn from the lessons of Paris 2024. While sustainability should remain a priority, it should not be pursued at the expense of athletes' health and performance. Organizers must ensure that athletes have access to the foods they need to perform at their best, including high-quality sources of protein like eggs and meat. Moreover, the broader agenda of promoting plant-based diets should not overshadow the importance of animal-based proteins in the diets of elite athletes. While plant-based diets can be beneficial for some people, they certainly not provide the optimal nutrition needed for high-performance sports. Athletes should be free to choose the foods that work best for their bodies, without being pressured to conform to dietary trends that may not meet their needs. So friends, what is your opinion about this whole matter? Do you support the decision to ration vital nutrition foods? Share your opinion in the comments. Press the like button if you found this video interesting. Subscribe now to our channel to get regular content related to your vital health and wellness. And by the way, do you know what is going to be the future of carnivore diet in the next few months? Click the video showing up on the screen to find that out. See you there.